Welcome back, everybody. We are jumping into the winners match of the ASL Prime League, a round of 16, Group C. And one of these players will be kind of chilling in the money in the playoffs, and one of these players will be waiting for the winner of our next match. But today, I am joined by Endersword, my man.
Yeah.
What's up, son?
Oh, not too much here.
Not too much. Just casting a bit of that StarCraft, and I got a tiger on my head, but that's about it.
That is true.
But,
as you oft do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not a surprise.
Yeah.
But our first player is this guy spawning in the top right corner of the map, Deadwing, representing Root for Root. He is the Yellow Zerg player, hailing from New Zealand. Petraeus.
And his opponent for Team Microgamers, which apparently has no decal or any logo, but is sponsored by a jersey company.
It is our.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's maybe it. It's so tiny.
Yep.
That would be an awesome play on names. It is a Red Terran player from Brazil. He is
Kelazhur.
I can't help but do the spin and zoom in on somebody, even though nobody sees what I'm doing. I just have to. Got early little Reaper attack here up at the natural. Of course, why would he not make a Reaper?
Wow, this is really cool.
Going well for him so far.
The first 100 gas of Petraeus is going to go into Overlord speed, and this is a pretty big map. So it's hard to. Yeah, he's going to be able to beat in the base of Kelazhur pretty much the whole game.
Oh, that Reaper using the specific Reaper ledge. That's the only possible use for that. But Lings are up there waiting for him. Do driving white, so no damage being done here in contrast to previous games.
Yeah. Well then, Petraeus and Kelazhur haven't, I don't believe, met. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a tournament where they may have met before.
Yeah, to my knowledge, no. I wouldn't be surprised if
they might have been.
Ladder.
Yeah. I know that Petraeus loves playing on the Korean server quite a bit.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm sure they've run into each other at least once or twice. But I love this Overlord speed.
Yeah.
He needs to know what's going on. He's not going to get caught by surprise.
Yeah, and it does pick him up a lot of information. To have this many Marines out at this point in the game is a little unusual.
Yeah.
So he does certainly get paid off for that.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have the ability to dart back in and see what's going on later.
Yeah, and he's going to make his choice as well, kind of relating to the information that he got. He goes for the Baneling Nest very early, and this is before any Evo Chambers or Lair, so he knows that some aggression is going to be coming his way. Seeing that Starport, most likely going to be that for that medevac that just popped out, and sometimes you'll see it for the Viking, but with those Overlords going so fast, it's going to be harder for Vikings to actually pick them off.
Yeah, and he will see this drop kind of coming the entire way. It goes by one Overlord, by the second Overlord. That speed, again, helping him get everything into position. And there are Lings with speed ready in the main base. There's only 6 Marines in this as opposed to 8.
I like what he's doing, though. Kelazhur is setting up that multi-prong, but Petraeus, he knows.
That's a pretty good idea to use the vision there to try and shoot a little bit on these Lings, and at least will buy him the space to drop.
Yeah.
But a Baneling is almost finished. We'll have to pick up immediately.
Well, there's nothing here at the third for these Hellions to do, and the nice wall here. Not a nice wall here from Petraeus.
A little bit of a gap, but does actually just get the Hellion surrounded here. Yeah, kind of split everything in 2 on him. The drop going off on the high ground here will get cleaned up.
Yep. Sick mind game by Petraeus for leaving a hole in his wall so that he would get the surround. No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
But yeah, not a lot of damage. 5 drones were killed at the expense of 6 Hellions and 3 Marines. So not too bad at all for Petraeus, as he does have that supply lead and is going into his lair. A little bit of a late lair, but for a reason, of course. He didn't want to take any damage from this at all.
Yeah, he kind of, like you said, scouted it all the way. He was kind of all over everything there. Kelazhur is not looking too bad. He's taking the third behind this and everything, but Lings are going to counterattack that position here now. These SCVs are exposed, and there's not a lot around to stop this. He's going to have to probably cancel that orbital lift up.
It's pretty big. The sooner those orbitals do get into effect, then, of course, that little parade push is going to hit you a little bit sooner. But canceling that and denying the mining there is a little bit different than what Kelazhur has been used to in the past ZVTs that we've seen him in against Liberty. Sure. So he's kind of on that.
This is interesting now. We do have the Viking out that's trying to pick off these overlords, but of course they have speed, so he can kind of evacuate them out of the area if he wants to.
Yeah.
And we do see some darting off to the side.
Yeah, but Petraeus feeling pretty comfortable. He's up to 67 drones at the moment. Yeah. Kelazhur is barely mining. He's not even mining from his third yet, but now here comes that orbital.
I'm taking a fourth base as well as a macro hatch inside his main is Petraeus.
Yeah.
And going for the Spire at the exact same time as that.
So a little bit delayed, but he's just playing it incredibly safe at the moment. Seeing this push come, but these queens are actually going to pay with their lives maybe. Oh, look at that.
This will deny a lot of creep here, which is actually a really good pickup to get 5 tumors.
Yeah.
As well as a queen. Second queen will fall as well. We'll have to back off out of here.
Yeah, and the Spire's not complete yet either, so he can't really do anything about these drops just yet. And Kelazhur has a little bit of time to bully Petraeus around with these drops as he does stabilize his economy.
Ling's coming in for a counterattack at the third here. There are a decent number of Marines, but they all get surrounded. The Widow Mines are not burrowing. Down there now.
Overseer is in position too. Yeah. Oh my god, and Deadwing is usually a map that you don't see too much run-bys, but Petraeus is making it work pretty well here.
He can't let down this wall either to let these SCVs escape. He's trying to control them in a corner, and the Banelings do just bust through everything. Lings will get cleaned up here, I believe, but a lot of damage has definitely been done.
12 SCVs in total, and 13, maybe even more, 14 workers have been killed. Wow, just in that little trade there. But there's a big drop in the main of Petraeus as well. Medevac does get taken out, and I think these queens are going to be able to handle it. So these two players pretty much
down a queen, so yeah, both doing a bit of damage, but Kelazhur not able to really get this third up and running to its full capacity. He's working on +2/+2 now, but I think he got caught. Well, definitely get caught unaware by that counterattack. He let his entire Marine force get surrounded. While the Widow Mines sat there unmined, fortunately.
Yeah, and there's like a lonely Viking looking for overlords, but it's just like, I'm all alone. There's nothing to shoot.
You're too fast. I can't do anything.
It's just, why are you get so fast?
So much creep here. Even just taking these tumors out takes a while.
Yeah. But here comes a big attack. You're still on creep, even though the creep tumors are down.
Pick everything up. But mutas are out here now. Ooh, oh, nice Widow Mine hit on a large number of Lings and Mainlings there.
Yep.
And does provide him the cover to get his medevacs out. There's that Viking.
He didn't even get that last Overlord kill. He finally found an Overlord after like 10 years.
Yeah.
He gets it down to like 1 HP.
No deal. 2-2 is about to be finished for Petraeus. And of course, the fairly large Mutal flock is out there already. 14 of them, I think. And this just isn't that big a bio ball. And he doesn't really have the splash with this.
At all, yeah.
Yeah, at all.
There's really nothing. These Widow Mines have been getting picked off.
Yeah, the mutas are actually just going to swing directly into the main base of Kelazhur, going after turrets here. Only one turret in the main mineral line. No repair going off on that. The SCVs are going to start going down.
Yeah, but Petraeus is going to take this fight off of creep over in the middle of the map. He doesn't care at all. Killing the production of Kelazhur at the same time. Wow. Pretty much perfect engagement there.
Yeah, big Baneling hits going off on that entire force here, and he's just going to be able to overrun this entire thing. Petraeus is almost 80 supply ahead of his opponent at this point.
Speaking of 80, he has 88 drones.
Oh.
That's all a lot in drones, man. So he's going to be able to trade completely. putting a little bit of that snoot style into effect here as he does go for the Swarm Host.
Get 88 Lings as well.
Yeah, that's a number of the day, it seems.
Yeah, the Swarm Host almost seems, well, not even almost, it's almost completely unnecessary to do, but it is a good, this is a sign of a good player just because he probably knows that he won. He's not going to stop, you keep those feet moving, you're still going to tack up and prepare for, hey, what happens if I don't? Widow Mines here are going to be the key, and they just basically don't go off.
It's the wrong lock, man. He got the key, but somebody changed the locks on him, and it looks like all of these Lings and Banes and Mutas are going to be able to ransack. Are you ready? You have just got yourself into this wonderful series between these great players. One of them spawning in the bottom right corner of Catalina. He represents everything that is root, and he hails from New Zealand but currently residing in the west coast of the United States. The yellow Zerg player, it is Petraeus.
And his opponent, hailing from deep within the Amazon forests of Brazil. It is from Team Microgamers, our Red Terran players trying to fight his way back in this series. We have
Kelazhur. GJ Ltd stands for Gaming Jerseys Ltd.
Yeah.
Bam. All right, folks, we got a TVZ for you. I'm Tempo, joined by Endersword. You're tuned into the ASL, which is the Ascended Star League, round of 16, Group C. This is the winner's match for those that are just now tuning in. And whoever wins this match is pretty much just ASL. Chilling, man. They make it into the money of the round of 8 playoffs.
Yeah.
And whoever loses this match will be facing off against the winner of Livy and Nubergini, which will be a Zerg player. So we'll either see a ZVT or a ZVZ.
Reaper coming in here now. We'll go after the first drone, which turns itself into an extractor just in time. The second one thinking to doing the same thing. Yeah, he kind of wanted not to. It tried to find a way not to, but ended up paying for his hubris. The second one's going down as well from that cancel on the gas.
Yep.
So pretty good work here so far by the Reaper. Queen is now out. Will he get that last Ling? No, he's not going to risk it just for a Ling. No,
not at all.
Yeah, not with the Queen there. 2 Lings are going back against Kelazhur, though. And this is a little bit what I was referring to right before the game. I think that when you're a player like Petraeus, where you probably know that you're the favorite player in this, one thing that's got to go through your mind is, as long as I know what he's doing, then I'm going to win.
Yeah.
I just have to not be surprised.
And don't get caught off guard. Yep.
Yeah, and you can really see that mentality in what he's done in these games.
For sure. Yeah. Opening up gasless this time, but this is 3 Reapers, and it's a little bit scary right now. As one of them is going to get a bit low.
Oh, nice pull back by that one to let him get away.
Exactly.
Going after the Queen there, trying to take it down. The one in the back still quite low. He's the hero that got 2 kills earlier.
Yeah, I mean, they have to protect him. He's like the big brother.
Yeah, we got 1 corporal in there with 5 as well.
Look at that.
Yeah,
so and then you just get this guy with his... Oh, I can't even tell what this... Oh, well.
Yeah, it goes nice pick off on just the creep tumor there to prevent that spread. Actually, didn't kill it. I think that was a cancel, so it keeps the creep tumor alive. Yeah,
really fast.
Very few people do, but yeah, it requires you to be so quick. But that's what you get from a player like Petraeus.
For sure, killing one of the Reapers.
One Reaper does go down. We'll get another drone for his troubles. Trying to juke out, and we'll go down, not getting that last lane.
I wonder if Kelazhur feels like he can take advantage of that, because he did realize that Petraeus went for the Gasolus. So speed is not going to be anywhere soon.
No.
Roach weren't even going down. I don't know if the Reaper scouted it, but you can usually assume that it's going to be a Roach kind of build. when a Zerg player decides to go for the gasless. So see how he does react to it if he does recognize it. And there we go.
He will come in to straight up see it. Yeah. Getting another drone kill there, making it out with the Reapers. Really good control here overall by Kelazhur so far. 7 drone kills have been gotten, but a lot of queens up there at the top of that ramp are not going to be letting anything through at this point. But
that would be quite devastating.
Yeah, but we've also got Kelazhur once again with this third base already complete, his third CC already complete, and no third base on the way for Petraeus.
And he's going for a Banshee. I think he's recognized it, and this is a bit of a delayed Banshee, I would say.
For sure.
So is he going to go ahead and... I thought he was going to stop his Hellion production, but he is making a reactor on that. Perhaps it is for the starport, but that's for later, most likely.
He's
no cloak,
trying to harass this third. Yeah, I think he just knows this will be for roaches.
Yep.
Almost, just actually part of his army, not so much a cloak mechanic thing. Trying to take this hatchery down, does able to force the cancel on it. Loses 1 Reaper for his troubles.
Yep. And, so not bad here. Kelazhur are playing this game incredibly well. I'm really liking this right now. And one Banshee is not going to be able to deal with a lot of roaches, but what is it that Kelazhur has at home to deal? There are no siege tanks here. No, there's only 1 bunker that has 2 Marauders in it. And he's going to have to pull off of...
Marauder's pretty good. He's got a 3rd one coming down here as well. He'll definitely need repair, but... he might be okay with that.
Yeah.
Continue to harass on these queens, and a few roaches I think are forced to stay home.
Yeah, I would even go in with those Hellions to try to divert the attention of Petraeus, but he's moving on in.
This depot is down for some reason. It does just have him walk in, but I'm not sure that was the correct decision, as now he's just trapped on the ramp there.
Yeah.
A depot will go down, but not really much is going to get done here.
Yeah, really nice move with Kelazhur. Inviting those roaches in and then knowing that he could deal with it.
Yeah, it was almost that same little trap that we, whether it was intentional or not for both players, that we saw in the last game.
With the Hellion?
Yeah, where he just let them in and then was like, come in and I'll kill you.
Exactly.
It's fine.
Maybe so, man. We'll never know. We should ask him, and then, of course, they'll be like, oh, yeah, of course it was.
Yeah.
Delayed third here from Petraeus, as Kelazhur was really good on denying it, using that extra DPS from the 2 Reapers that did survive. Don't know if it was the good Reaper or the, those little brothers or not, but hey, they did the job that they needed to do. And Petraeus still being relentless with his Overlord pooping the creep, man. This is the second one that's done this, by the way, so he made sure to put that back in there to make sure that Kelazhur never gets that good advantage economically.
So here we got Hellion swinging around to the 3rd, looking for some drone kills, but roaches were left behind specifically to address this sort of thing. And does get a couple more kills with that, actually just 2, which is a couple, so that's cool. Banshee's going to work on these roaches.
Yeah, another push here from
all up this time. And it's not a lot, like Banshees don't do... roaches are just tanky. It takes a long time to kill them, but you also can't just sit under something that you can't hit back. It doesn't work that way. So Banshees really were kind of specifically made for that. Refinery
double drop. So double drop coming in here from Kelazhur to the main of Petraeus. He still hasn't landed his 3rd, which is interesting.
He changed his mind completely. I think, he's going to drop on the low ground here instead. It's neat that this is almost all Marauder.
Okay, so I didn't see the Hydra didn't go down. So Petraeus will be going into a 2-2 Hydra. But 2-2 will finish long before the Hydra range upgrade is done, and before he even gets a good amount of Hydras out. So he's not necessarily going for a 2-2 timing, but 2-2 will be available for when that push does hit.
It's amazing this creep is just now starting to clear up in that 3rd base. It was just there so long.
Yeah, it's been there the whole time.
Yeah, he just couldn't quite get a hand free to actually go and deal with it.
Double drops, though. Oh, well, double drop going into the main while Banshees do head over to the 3rd.
Yeah, this main is pretty well defended here.
It's very well defended.
Yeah.
Even that Spore Crawler going to be able to do some work
going
here.
directly over it. He's going to get that one.
Oh my God, Queen, do your job. You got 1 poke.
2 hit points. Oh, it does die while it's almost full.
But a nice push coming up the middle here from Kelazhur as well. So trying to divert the attention. And this is what you got to do against Roach Hydra. Just force them around. But Petraeus is actually defending incredibly well for Roach Hydra. You know, drops and banshees at other places are incredibly good against such a relatively immobile army.
Yeah, I didn't even see at what point the banshees were picked off, but they are gone now. I know that they were swinging in from the left, but I didn't get a peek at that.
Oh man, you know what I'm a little bit worried about for Kelazhur is that to combat Roach Hydra, usually you do want to be upgrading and then you overtake them and upgrade. But Kelazhur hasn't even started his 2-2. His armory is just not finishing. When it comes to
really
big battle, yeah, these are
good engagement here. Yeah, Petraeus is pushing this entire thing back. Once again, there's really no splash for this. Not that splash is great against roaches from Widowmines, but
enough Widowmines though.
Yeah, well, yeah, they add up, but there really is only, I think, like one.
Yeah, really
on the entire map. But he holds it for now. And this Zerg army is going to try and swing around to the third from the other side. Probably get spotted by this lone Widowmine, who will walk directly into it.
Oh, that one Widowmine get wrecked. And now the nice position here for Petraeus on the top of the ramp. 2-2 against 1-1, but is there enough bio?
I think there is this time around. That first fight looked good, but there is a fair bit of bio here. But he is flanking a little bit from the south as well. Roach is gone, now leaving these exposed Hydras, and he will push it back.
Oh, wow. I wonder if Kelazhur even used that command center to soak up some of the damage from the Hydras.
It did initially, for sure. Yeah, and allowed him to clear some of that out.
All right. Well, usually I would say that Petraeus is in a really bad position, being on Roach Hydra and not getting that economic damage that he wanted to get done. Yeah. But the fact that the upgrades have been delayed for Kelazhur puts Petraeus in a much better position than he would be, because he will be getting his 3-3 most likely when his hive completes. And he's actually going to add infestors into the mix, and I really like that. Sometimes you see Broodlord as that kind of last final form of the Roach Hydra composition. But adding in the infestors is kind of like a more traditional.
Yeah, he's staying really active with this force too, out in the middle of the octopus area, and the creep is just insane.
Yeah, it's actually
across
ridiculous.
This map. The vision that he has with this, like the extent that you'd have to go around everything for drops or run-bys or something is crazy. So, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, look at that creep. It looks like that octopus is like a squid, and it was just like the ink all over the place. But
there's not a whole ton of bulk here, though. Unfortunately for Petraeus' army, he's got a lot of Hydras, which is great for DPS, but it's mostly Hydra. And obviously roaches would melt to these Marauders anyway, but I don't think he can directly engage this at this point.
No.
Not until he's got some infestors and things like that. Yeah.
He sees everything, though. Oh, he could see that. He's out of position, though, and looks like this fourth is in a little bit of trouble here for Petraeus. Spine Crawlers finishing just in time, but Marauders are pretty good against Spine Crawlers. But you know, with these infestors getting added to the mix, I really do like if he's able to secure that army.
There's just enough stuff here.
What are you doing, crazy medevac?
He turned back around into it. He was safe. He was free.
He was like, you know what? I didn't actually donate to charity this month, so yep.
There's one of those infestors there. If he gets stuck on this ramp or something, as the infestors show themselves, that could be huge. Nice tank positioning up there on the high ground, though.
Yeah, well, look at the positioning of Petraeus.
Now he's got a good spread. Nice fungal going off on the army. He is just completely surrounded here. This one tank on the high ground, not going to be a whole ton, but there's a lot of damage coming from these Hydras.
I'm wondering why Kelazhur actually went into that maw that was Petraeus' army.
That was just such a huge concave.
Yeah, he literally just went right into it. Set up his tank, maybe hoping, but if he had maybe 4 or 5 tanks, it would have been a different story, but there was one tank there.
Like one.
I don't even know if it has an upgrade on it. There's no attack upgrade on these tanks just yet. And not in the near future either. So we got a 3-3 Roach Hydra army with infestors in it about to hit. And this Bioforce has just been thinned out. And 3-3 is just now beginning. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty intense engagement, I think. And it's going to be really hard for Kelazhur, especially because his tanks are not in a position that can really take advantage of an attack.
Yeah, they're not in a good spot there at all right now. He will move up to the higher ground on his third, and then apparently think about it again. He's got to kind of be able to cover, obviously, this fourth base and the third at the same time, or else he's going to lose one or the other. Yep. There is creep once again down by Petraeus at the fourth base that he wants to take, so that's at least going to be another minute before he can get anything down there. Drop goes down at Petraeus' base, but nice fungal on everything here.
Yeah, and Spinecrawler helping out a bit too. It is Marauders though, but these are that 3-3 Roach Hydra army. Kelazhur trying to make it happen as he pushes down the middle of the map right now, but Petraeus looks like he's ready for it. Oh. Is he going to be able to take advantage
a nice
of
section
this?
of the army here. It's kind of split up in a slightly weird way, but Kelazhur will back up.
Yeah, he's just going to chill out, but Petraeus, man, he should know that he has a great upgrade lead. He has the Vipers and the Infestors. Will he get the ultimate wombo combo with that
nice.
Blinding Cloud Fungal? On nice the tanks, though, he gets it all, and just going to be enough 3-3 Hydras against the 2-2. And not quite getting the wombo combo, but I mean, it may be enough.
Yeah, definitely a really good blinding cloud on everything there. Yeah, it would allow him to take one side of that fight really cleanly. +3 is about 40 seconds away here for Kelazhur as well. He's really got to stall out for that, and he can't lose this fourth base at the same time. So he's kind of going to be forced to take an engagement here. But once again, we've lost a lot of the bulk of Petraeus' army yet again. Nice fungal and blinding on everything.
And they have to run away, doing a bit more damage to themselves, but there are a lot of medevacs here. It's all Marauders, and Petraeus is going to take advantage of that. This Spire has just now completed. Wonder if he's going to go into that Greater Spire, or if he would just go right into Budos.
One good fungal lands pretty well to block that force. That base does go down, and I think this army is going to fall here now.
Yeah, Marauders are not too great against Hydras. Dropping meals, kind of just, GG well played.
Yeah, nice